Gregg from Maryland. I want to talk to you today about my most prized possession. Introduce you to myself and what we did 23 years ago in our family. Our most prized possession is our home that we built. We designed it, constructed it, contracted it, and built it ourselves, which is not done very often, but people do it. Additionally, the main thing, the reason why we did this is because it met a practical need for our family at the time. We were living in a townhouse, kind of small, and we wanted to get into a bigger single-family home, but we could not afford it. So we looked around, found some land, sold our townhouse, bought the land with our townhouse, and then I was able to design a two-story home, Cape Cod style, that met our family's needs. Right here is part of the floor plan. That's actually the front view I wanted to show you, and also I have a final product I'll show you at the end. Our family didn't want to live in a cookie-cutter development of a neighborhood, and we chose to do this for several reasons. We couldn't afford a single-family home at the prices and interest rates at that time. We wanted to save money. We wanted to build a home that had the features we wanted and not what the builder wanted. And we wanted to fulfill my dream of building my own home. And also we wanted to prove that we could build a custom quality home on a budget. My motivations and background, I have a background in drafting and design, and specifically in architectural drafting. And when I look at the project we did, what we accomplished in 10 months' time, I still stand back in amazement here 23 years later. I don't know how we did it. I must have had incredible energy at the time. But it's done, and we've lived here for 23 years now. The reason I was interested in architecture is because in high school, I designed my own house, did the floor plans for it and the layout. Also with that, in high school, I did a lot of woodworking projects and enjoyed that as well. So a couple of the guys from work were building their own homes, so I took advantage of coming out to their homes and working along with them, getting their house under roof. One gentleman I helped out for 6 weeks, framing up all the walls, putting the floorboards down, putting the roof trusses on, and putting the shingles on the roof. And that took about 5-6 weeks on that particular project, about a 2,400 square foot home. Some cool things that happened while we were building. My next door neighbor lent me his electrical outlet, which I hooked, strung 250 foot extension cables onto and ran 300 feet from his house to my house as we were building. The only dilemma with that is that electrical current over that length of cable tends to burn out saws and drills, which we did a couple times during the project. Also, we went about 3 miles away to a friend's house to shower and take care of business along those lines. Anyway, in summary, in conclusion, building your own home is not an easy thing to do. It may seem easy, but it's not. There's a million, well, not a million, but there's probably 150, 200 decisions to make, maybe more, throughout the project. It stresses and strains you emotionally, physically, relationally, and spiritually. However, once the project is complete and you can look back on it and what's been accomplished, it's very, very rewarding. And over the years, I've been able to give advice to others considering the same thing about building their own home or adding an addition on, so things like that, and help, any advice I can give, I try to give along those lines, just telling them it's not as easy as it sounds, and it takes quite a commitment to do it. Being your own general contractor is quite an undertaking as well. I had to go get the permits myself, get through the building inspections, several of them, passed 2 tests for electrical and plumbing to do my own work, and then we got building permits as a result of that to build the home. Anyway, I would encourage you all, if you're thinking about a building project, to do a lot of research before you do it. find out what pricing is in your area. Actually, with the market the way it is right now, it'd probably be a good time to build a home. Although land prices have gone up dramatically, depends on what part of the country you're in, but the land for me in this area that I live in is probably no longer affordable to do this again 23 years later. Anyway, my home, which is this home here, is my prized possession. Thank you for listening.